So you only really need two things to have an athletic program. You need to have a gym, you need to have a coach. We got coaches, and now we have a gym. So we got a program. We've been a Gymnastics club program this is our 5th year. We started out 2022 with 7 guys on the team, and we were 4th place in the nation. That was pretty good. The next year we doubled our size to about 12, and we were 4th place again. And then the next year we got 15 new freshmen into the juniors now, and they just kicked some booty, man, and they won the national title that year. That was that was 2 years ahead of our schedule. Our schedule was like, in 5 years we should be able to win the national title. And we did it in 3 years. And then last year we got thrown out of our gym. We had to commute to different gyms, and it was really challenging. And I thought for sure some of these guys might go, this is a little too much. And not a single one did, which was awesome.
Take us back to when you first found out that the program was going to be dropped at the U. Tell us when that was, and just kind of a little bit about what that journey's been like since.
That was a tough day. It was September 10th, 2020. School had just started after the COVID year, so everybody was kind of uncertain as to how life was going to be, how school was going to go. We got a phone call saying, hey, you got to be on the Zoom call in 20 minutes, and they informed us and the team. I was like, oh my goodness. We tried to fight it, and it was like kind of a David and Goliath thing, and everything was kind of set in motion. So we just decided that if there was ever a chance of us being reinstated, we'd have to maintain a program. So we did, and we were allowed to work out in our training gym on Cook Hall on campus for 3 years until 2024, when they said, well, we need the space for somebody else. So we had to move out, and that was last year when we did all of our commuting to Plymouth and mini hops and Maple Plain and North Shore and Twin City Twisters up in Champlin, and we just somehow made it work, And I give these guys a whole ton of credit, because they just decided this was important enough to kind of deal with what they had to deal with. Like, these guys are here for love of the sport, and they want to get an education.
And you're here for love of the sport too, because you're not being paid, I assume.
I have a little stipend coming my way from our nonprofit organization, so I'm able to put some food on the table. But early on, I was like driving Uber and delivering packages for Shipt and just doing a bunch of different things to keep some money coming in. I'll be 68 next year, so I'm getting up there. But I know I got a few more good years in me, so this is kind of a dream come true in a way. It was a tough road. It was really a tough road. Not too many people would do what we're doing, I don't think. I like it.
Tell me about this facility. I mean, it really seems like you've made it home.
When we first saw it, it made perfect sense, because the high ceilings are really important for gymnastics. We have a ring tower that's almost 20 feet tall. It's met all the requirements. Open space. We have some pillars in the way, but we can work around those pretty easily. And it was all going through the process of construction, and then the guys put the banners up. And that was the day I actually got a little emotional, because it was like it became home again, right?
Tell me about these awards. You've had success too at the competitive level.
So it used to be in the NCAA, now we're in Gymnastics, Gymnastics Association of College Teams. There's 16 programs in the country that are kind of like us, either affiliated with the university or in a kind of a regional area. And 2024 we were national champs. We had 2 national champion individuals. We had 12 All-Americans. It was a really good year. Last year we had 1 national champion, another 8 All-Americans. So we're pretty good. I mean, if I do say so myself.
It's pretty much the same as a D1 team, in my opinion. I've seen D1 teams train. I've rotated with D1 teams, and it's all the same. And we just want to win. That's all we want to do. We just want to go out there, do the best gymnastics we can, support one another, push one another, and win.
I always tell these guys, I said, first of all, you have to be able to do something. I said, you able to do that? Oh, yeah. And once you become able, then you become capable. And once you become capable, then you become dependable. And when you're dependable, then you become unbeatable. And that's what we're looking for, that dependability, right? And that's kind of what we're focused on this year. It's like, I need guys that I can depend on when you raise your hand that you're going to hit your routine. So if you think you want to do this routine, but you can't hit it, but this is the routine you can hit, that's the dependability I'm looking for.
Coach Mike is like, you know, this guy is a student, but he also does our facilities stuff, and he's our treasurer. It's like everyone has a little job to kind of build this program, not just participate. Like, how does that feel, that added responsibility?
If anything, it makes me feel more passionate and closer to the program. Kind of being a part of it, you know, I'm the outreach officer, so kind of anytime that we have anyone wanting to do like a news interview or any articles about our team, kind of goes through me, and makes me feel like it gives me a sense of importance and connection to the team beyond, oh, I just need to do my gymnastics and leave. It's more than that, you know. It just makes me feel like I'm more than just an athlete on this team, but like an integral part of it, just like everyone else is.
They're like at a different level in terms of what they've helped produce here. Like they have ownership in this thing, and I tell them, I say, well, don't do anything stupid that's going to help bring it down a notch, you know.
Yeah.
I want them to come back in 20 years and go, hey, remember when we put those banners up? Remember when we painted that wall? Remember when we put that floor together? And those are going to be lifelong memories, right? And they share it with their teammates. Whether this is the future of an NCAA program down the road, I don't know, and it's not my focal point right now. My focal point is making this thing successful. And maybe this is a model of non-revenue sports at the college level. You know, maybe people start to go, maybe we should do it this way. Luckily, we have a good alumni base that are generous and, you know, passionate about the program because it impacted them in a very positive way. So they want to see it continue and have these guys have the same opportunities that they had. Together in so many ways.
Sorry. You know what's so funny? You don't react to those bangs and crashes at all, but I'm like, whoa, what's going on?